So, a lot of you watching this video are going to be completely brand new to AI models and AI OFM. I've been in it for over a year, right? So, what would I do differently if I was in your position and I was a beginner with it? What would I actually do to start my own AI OFM to be the most efficient and have the best chance at success? So the first thing what I would do differently is actually learn the hardest AI generation platforms possible. And the one what I would use is called couldnt. The reason I would use this is because it's completely open source, meaning that I can generate safe work content, NSFW content, the highest quality possible, and you can use anything on it what you desire, right? So it's obviously the best. When I first started, I used something called Genfluence and Picasso. The online generators, they weren't the best quality ever, right? They were awful. And the worst part is that they aren't future proof. So in like, I don't know, 6 months time, the competition is basically going to outrun you. And that's how it's going to be in today. If you don't learn the hardest stuff possible, your competition is going to outrun you. Everyone online is going to clock that your model's AI and you're not going to make any money. So the first change what I would make is simply learning couldnt, right? Of course, it is the hardest, but it definitely pays off. The reward what you get from that, it's much more worthy to do it than anything else. So once I've actually learned all the AI generation stuff, all the hard stuff, it's actually time to make the model, right? And I would do my model completely differently, right? When I first started, the first model what I made was just a boring Asian girl who had nice features, right? Basically, that's all she was. There was nothing unique about her. You can find that content anywhere on the internet and it's just not unique at all, right? And a lot of the new people I see coming into this business are the exact same. They've got the average blonde bimbo, she's got big boobs, a big ass, and she looks appealing, right? But how many AI models of that have you probably seen in your lifetime, right? If you're scrolling on Instagram Reels and it's biased towards that, that's all you're going to see. So the subs, they've got all these choices. Nothing makes your model stand out. And that's how mine was when I first started, right? So if I was to recreate my model now, I would niche her down and I would make her as unique as possible. Whether this was in her personality, her looks, maybe she had something wrong with her. Like, I guarantee you have seen the models what have Down syndrome, the ones what have 3 boobs, the ones what are midgets. They're all incredibly unique to the point where you actually remember them simply because there's something wrong with them or they've got something different. While you've probably seen 25 blonde models in the past 24 hours and you don't remember a single one's name or what a single one looks like, simply because they're all the exact same model, they're an exact replica. What the fans don't care about, you don't care about, and there's nothing unique about them. So yeah, I would make them unique basically, right? There's hundreds of ways you can make them unique. Maybe they've got split dyed hair, maybe they've got, the cow disease where your skin pigmentation's different colours, maybe they've got 2 different coloured eyes, maybe it's a girl with a beard. You've got all these opportunities, right? That's just the looks wise. In personality, you've also got many options. Like, there's one on Instagram that's doing incredibly well and she is a nurse, right? Of course it's an ER model, but they see she's a nurse and they give a bunch of facts about sexual health and all that stuff. That's incredibly unique because you're gonna be like, oh, do you remember that nurse online who talks about sex education and all that stuff? And you're going to recognize that, you're going to remember that. So it's a nice twist. So when you're actually thinking of making your model and you're actually designing her, make sure you be unique about it, right? Make her have something wrong with her. Make her have split dyed hair. Give her a personality what's funny or cool. Maybe she's into F1 cars and she's an F1 car driver. Give it half an hour and just think about it because you don't want to be your basic bimbo who's got big tits and she's got nothing good about her. Because if you do that, you're already destined to fail. So this is something what you should actually do regardless, right? And it's actually networking. This is kind of a plug for me Telegram, but it's honestly something you should be doing, right? So I've actually got an OFM Telegram, what's all about AI in the description. There's over 2,000 people who you can network with. But basically, you should be networking at any chance possible. You should be joining Telegrams, connecting with people, going on calls with people, commenting on YouTube videos, just anything you can, just network as much as possible, right? It's going to be your most powerful thing what you can do in any business for that matter, not even just AI OFM, just any business. If you can network, it's going to get you in much better positions and you're going to learn a lot more from these other people. Like when I first started, the first thing I done was buy a community for like $50 a month or something, right? And the knowledge what I got from that, from networking, it was priceless. Even the 50, it was worth more than $50 per month. And I would see that exact same for you. Join a bunch of free groups, go buy a course, a community, whatever it is, right? Just go do something what's going to help you and allow you to connect with other people to get as much knowledge as possible. If you network with people, they'll be able to help you with Comfy UI, tell you what's the best AI generation, tell you all their mistakes, things what you won't yet have the experience for, and you can exchange knowledge. Maybe you're coming from normal OnlyFans and you are a marketing expert and they're an AI expert, so that means you can join together and actually share knowledge. If you are enjoying the video so far, please make sure to subscribe and like. Like I see, there's also a Telegram in the description where you can network with literally 2,000 people who's all on the same journey as you. And the final thing, what I would do differently is actually to do with marketing, right? There's hundreds of ways to market. You can do Instagram, you can do Twitter, you can do Reddit, you can do Threads. But the main ones, what I would learn the most is Instagram and Threads, right? The reason is they go hand in hand and they probably are the best out there right now, right? So Threads, it's the fastest traffic method what's probably is available right now other than Reddit, right? And the beauty of it is all your Threads traffic is going to flood over to your Instagram because they're both owned by Meta. So when they see you on Threads, they're going to realize you have an Instagram, which obviously they're going to follow, they're going to like, they're going to do whatever, right? And it's going to help boost your engagement rate for Instagram. And Instagram, I feel like it's the highest quality traffic, right? It's hard to master, and that's what I would change, is literally just learn that, just bash it out, watch as many YouTube videos as possible, get knowledge from other people, go on Telegrams, all that stuff. And I would just learn Instagram to the max of my ability, simply because it's the highest quality traffic and it's probably it's the best. Basically, it is the best of the best. Of course, there is other traffic methods like Twitter and Reddit. Of course, they are good, but me personally, I would just learn Instagram and Threads because personally, they're going to be the best, especially for AI. Like if you go on Reddit, a lot of subreddits don't allow AI content, which means you get banned a bunch and you've got to make a bunch of accounts. It's a massive hassle. Of course, you can find ways around that and it can work, but it's just not worth the hassle. In Twitter, I never really tried with it. It is good, I know that for a fine fact, because I have tried it with real models. Just not AI models, I haven't really tried it that much and I don't know how much it does perform. However, I do know a lot of models out there who do well with it. For me, it's got to be Instagram and Threads. I would just go as hard as possible on them. I would learn them to the max of my ability, as it's good enough traffic sources and that can easily get you to 10k per month.